students. Welcome to class 8 social science and art, and we have already completed 2 lessons, and today third lesson we are going to start from the political. In that, the first lesson is the Indian Constitution. What is that? The Indian Constitution. We will start, and hope you heard about Constitution. What is a Constitution? And maybe you don't know what is a Constitution. You might be heard about it. Yes, there is a Constitution. It's written by Dr. B. R. Ambedkar, and it is for India is following that only. And some few things you might already know about it. So we have taken an example of a few games. So you might be know about the games, and you watch some of the games and you play some of the games, I hope so. To understand that, we have taken some example of football and cricket. See, there is a football game. Foot and ball. Foot means leg and ball. So which game is played by foot, kicking the ball, football, and it has its own rules and regulations to play the game. And every game is having the same thing, and it has its own rules and regulations for every particular game. It might be a football or a cricket and any other games. So same way, you have to play as per the rules and regulations. You cannot play out of it. If you are playing out of the rules and regulations, it is not be considered a proper game. A football, for example, in football, if you are playing and you are kicking the ball and playing it, and if you catch the ball by hand and holding it and passing it to somebody else, it is called a foul, and it is not considered, and that is not considered a proper game. So every game is having rules and regulations. Same way, every country is having its own rules and regulations to move on, run, have administration rules and regulations. Either it's political, administration, and social. For each and everything, there is a rules and regulations to move on. So that is called Constitution. What is that? Constitution. This Constitution says how the country should be, how the citizens of the country should be, how the leaders of the country should be, how the political rules, how the social rules, how the economical rules, how the law and justice, judiciary, everything should, how it has to be, how the country should move on, how the things has to be happen, how the justification should get to people. All the rules should be contained in the Constitution. Either it may be a democratic country, okay, either it may be a democratic country or a monarchy country, or else it may be a dictatorship country. But there should be a proper rules and regulations. So those rules and regulations should be followed. So it's not compulsory that only democratic countries should have the constitution. No, even the monarchy country or else dictatorship or non-democratic country also can have it will have a constitution. Why? Because they will, even the monarchy kingdoms or the king what it comes under him, have the rules and regulations and the administration system, or the political system, or the economical system, or the judiciary, everything should be followed. Everything should be followed by some rules and regulations. Those rules and regulations will be contained by this Constitution. So this Constitution is mandated for every country, we can see. And some of the country, democratic country, with the Constitution, they are ruling. And some of the non-democratic countries also having a constitution. Some of the democratic countries or non-democratic countries, why do we need a constitution? There will be a question. Why do we need? We need a constitution to be a systematic administration, a systematic political system, a systematic judiciary, and systematic law and justice. This has to be given to the people. So because of that, we require a constitution. Okay, and democratic countries, it is compulsory, mandatory to have a constitution. Why? Because in democratic country, there will be a government, and those governments will be formed by majority parties. Those parties will be keep on changing each and every 5 years or 4 years or 6 years. See, a democratic country, some of the countries like India, Pakistan, Nepal and all, we have 5 years of periods, and some of the countries 4 years duration is there for every government, and some of the countries 6 years also is there. So democratic country, if they're changing how they want, like that, they should not change the administrative system or political system or economic system, economically how to grow, or judiciary, that should not be changed. So because of that, the constitution, every parties, every government must follow the constitution. So India, this constitution especially is for the people. It is for the people. How what the people is required, what the people is need, exactly, for the people's growth or country growth, the society's well and wish. It is constitution is made, and these ideals of the aspire for the citizens. I told you the constitution completely for the ideals of aspire citizens. How the citizen must be, what the citizen require, especially how they can move on to the group, how the things can be happen. So completely, it's the country citizens, how they can move on. For that, the constitution is made some of the rules and regulations. Based on that, its own boundaries, they will be growing. The fundamental nature of society. Some of the fundamental duties are there, fundamental rights are there, and it is for the government, and it's for the society, it's for the citizens of the country, and those things, they must be followed, which is clearly given in the constitution, so that if they are moving on like that, so definitely it will be in a systematic way, it will be gone. It is some of the set of the rules will be given in the constitution. So why the set of the rules is given here means to govern all. So to each and everyone who are living in a particular country, or in India especially, how they have to live, what they have to live, and how the system has to be, how the government should be, how the administrative system, and to see these all, and it is compulsory to follow the constitution based on the rules and regulations, and this is how we can see the things going on. The constitution helps to survive of a set of rules and the principle that the person or a country can be agree upon all these rules. What the constitution says, this constitution says either it's a country or a person, all the rules are set up for them to grow themselves, and it is compulsory to agree upon it. These include not only the type of government, but also agreement of the certain ideals. Not only for the government, certain ideals are there. As per that, all the countries, citizens of the country has to follow by the constitution. So then, these constitution is mandatory for the democratic country. For example, why most of the countries in the 28th century demand for the democratic country? That's a very big question. Because the monarchical system, it's a one man take all the decisions, and he decide what is required for the people, what is not required for the people, and as his own way, it may be sometimes it's suitable for the people of its own citizens, or it may not suitable. and so he doesn't care of it, and he may not think of its people whether they require this or not. So a monarchical system or a dictatorship, these are not perfect for the people especially. So for the people, a democracy or a democratic country is very very suitable for it. And recently, like our neighboring country, also we can consider and we can call it Nepal. We have taken an example to understand it in a better way about the constitution, about the democracy. Nepal, it is share our northern part of India boundaries, and it is a king of Himalaya, we can call it, because it's completely in Himalaya. And there it was a monarchy system was going on. When the monarchy system was going on, the king was each and everything, and the king, what he sees and what he does, that is final. What the administrative system he will bring, what the political system will bring, what the economical system, what the judiciary, what the law, what the justification he gives, that is final it goes. So this was the situation in 1990. All the citizens of Nepal were protest against the king of Nepal, and when they protested and when they demand for the democracy, when they demand for the democracy, so that time after 12 years in 2002, there was a small changes he made, little bit changes what exactly people need, so what they want, how they require, what is their demand. Like that he was changed into 2002, and again he made it as a king, as a head. Again, it is not a monarchical system, it is just same as a monarchy system was going on. After 12 years, also in 2002, the king as a head, the government was there, what the king says, that only was going on. And so again the people were not happy about it, because what the things was changed, and as it was demand for the people, it was not completely satisfied by the citizen of Nepal. And that time, what they again they said, we want a new constitution. The constitution should be as per the people's demand, people's life, and it should be fair for the people, and it must be given all the rights to the people of its country. So in 2006, new constitution will come, and again they demand for the new constitution, and in 2007 the constitution will come, that is called interim constitution. What interim constitution means, yes, as per the people's demand only it was made, and what the government has been put all the things over here. But in 2007 also what was made, they were not happy, and they were not completely feeling it as its constitution for the people, and from monarchy to democracy, when the people are changing towards it, the ideal of people, what the justification has to get to the people was not getting it. And in the 2015 and 2015 and September 21st it was, they have brought a new constitution came into law, and from that day they got independence. It is announced as a democratic country, and 21st September 2015 they have brought new constitution with 37 division and 304 articles and 7 annexes. And with this, Nepal has become monarchy to democratic country, and all the people of Nepal got all the rights, and they were living happily. Hope this what their people have demanded, they have succeeded to get it, and it will be more to the democratic level on this democracy gives them a good life, we can say. And this democracy is how it will be. The democratic country, their leaders will be there, and the majority will be there, and our large interest will be there. So democratic country means in democracy there will be a government. The government will be formed by the political parties. Those political parties will be get elected by the common people. These common people will select their leaders, or else select the members of the legislative assembly, or in the democratic country, the one who is going to make the government will be elected by the common people. In that, in the political parties, leaders will be there. Those leaders also, it's very important to know about it. Those leaders sometimes they don't work for the people. Before, in the beginning, until they get selected or elect, they will be keep on promising they will be work for the society, they will work for the poor, they will work for the unemployment, they will work for the society, people of their own constitution. So many promises they give, but these leaders, after they get elected, they will start working for their relatives, their families, themselves. Only it goes on. So how do you control these all? Yes, these will be controlled by again constitution. So the democratic country, why they have a constitution, means to control all the system of administrative system, judiciary, political, economical. All these things will be controlled by the constitution. See, here it is, leaders will be there, and majority party will make the government, and minority also will be there. Those minority, it is not compulsory that they have to follow the majority. The minority will have their own setup in their mind. What they wanted to do it for the society and for the country. So they can be on their own. That is what the constitution, that is what the democracy sees. And these majority people cannot be forced on the minority people to follow them. They can do what they wanted to do for the society and countries. And here it is, other than these leaders and majority, our large interest people will be there. Large interest people means over the country, and larger interest people will be there, the one who think of the country and what exactly was required for the country, and what these leaders and majority people are doing it, what the government is doing, what the people are getting it exactly, to look after these and to know about it. They will not allow the structure of the constitution, the basic structure of the constitution to get changed. Whatever the leaders or majority people dominate or do anything, any government come and go, but especially the constitution, the basic structure of the constitution will never get changed. That is the power of democracy, a democratic country, we can say. And hope you understood all this. And you can ask me if you have any doubts. Please go through the textbook once. There are the stories given to related to understand much easier. Once you read, you will understand in a better way.